The Bridge to Bridges project was something that we did in Campus District to kind of unite two of the neighborhoods in our service area. We chose East 22nd Street because it's one of the few connections between downtown Cleveland and northern Campus District. The southern Campus District, where Central is, has concentrated public housing, and most people don't cross that bridge and feel like you're allowed to go in both spaces. Putting the highway in between these neighborhoods was making a point of keeping those neighborhoods apart. And we named that as just one element of structural racism that exists in our city, and we wanted to do a mural to kind of address that. So over the course of 6 months, we got a group of people together. There was about 15 people, and then we had conversations about interpersonal racism and structural racism and what that looks like and how those structures have allowed communities to remain separate over time. Then we moved into the conversations about how we could reconnect these communities, what are some of the elements that keep us apart, and design the mural to address like what would it look like if we could be a better connected neighborhood.
I wanted to show people in the community that we're all in this together, even people in organizations.
If we want things to be different, we have to think about it differently, we have to feel about it differently, and we have to act differently. And so this whole process engages that. And we began talking a lot about race, and that certainly helped us broaden our perspective. But when we started doing art, it took us from our head and from that judgment center in your brain and shifted us right to our heart.
Well, they didn't understand in the beginning what it was all about. Miss Gray, why they doing this? Why are they doing this? What's it all about? And I told them it was connection. And we're doing this bridge to let everybody know they're part of the community. It's just not one side of the community. It's not one side of a color. It's a whole rainbow of colors of people coming together as one. And that's very important for one race to understand why everybody want to be part of our community now.
And I'm always inviting people in. When people would slow down as they drove past, I would, come on. And some did.
We asked people to think about what steps will you take. One of our group members had the idea, because the wall is so low, to have people's feet walking back and forth across the bridge, inviting people to take those steps, both physically and then in their own lives, to address racism.
And it talks about the struggle using words to help people to understand where we were coming from. We wanted something bold. We didn't want to not say what we wanted to say. We wanted to say what we wanted to say.
So when you look at the bridge, it's not one side, it's the whole community. It's from Cleveland State to Tri-C, to public housing, to St. Vincent Charity Hospital, the business downtown. It's for everybody, anybody in the community, because when you go past the bridge, you see yourself. So it brings back the connection of where the growth is coming at.
I really believe we did accomplish what we set out to do. Not only do people come to me and talk to me in the community about the project, they talk about race itself and how it affects them.
You always learn something. And it's not always about others, it's like also about yourself. So it's an ever-evolving, ever-deepening sense of understanding that you get when you work side by side with people.
I enjoyed the whole thing. It was long hours and time and stuff, but it was well spent, and I'm ready to do it again.